So yes, all students, a very good morning to you all and welcome to Enlightened Educators. So today we are going to discuss with respect to the continuation of Model 1, that is Chapter 1. That is, we were discussing with respect to basics of vector algebra, right? So we had discussed with respect to these concepts. Say this is the textbook, I am doing it from the textbook only. Fine. I couldn't complete that PPT, right? I did not have much time. So I just got to have the textbook, and even with respect to control I have an update. I'll just do with respect to the textbook itself. Technical publications ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಟ್ ಮಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ವರ್ಕ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮೈ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ಕುಡಂಟ್ do any PPTs or I couldn't write it and do. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ನೀಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ಸೊ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ what is important is the way how you understand, the way how we communicate to you, how I communicate to you, and how that thing what I communicate should go into your head. So that is what matters a lot, and I hope you're understanding my lecture series. If you are not understanding, if you have any issues, if I want to correct it at any point of time, so please do suggest me so that I can correct it according to you people, right? I'm working for you people, and your comments and valuable feedbacks are very important to me. So I hope you just even do that, right? Just even do that. See, ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದಾಗಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಯಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೆಟ್ಟಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂಥರ ಅವರೇ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಹೇಳಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಇಫ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈ ಸೈಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು are not understanding at any point of time, or if you are want to some changes with respect to my lecture series, I'll do it. Please do that. Okay, yeah. So okay, let's start. So we discussed with respect to what are scalars and what is vectors, right? Yeah, scalar is having only magnitude, vector is having both magnitude and direction. We discussed with respect to the example, and we discussed with respect to vector algebra, right? Vector algebra kuda discuss madadvi. So that is addition, idu discuss madadvi. I'll just showcase to you. Wait, we discussed with respect to the addition, and we discussed with respect to this commutative law and associative law kuda bardide, and we also have discussed with respect to multiplication and divisions also, right? Here it is multiplication and subtraction. We discussed this formula, right? And we also discussed with respect to this multiplication, and this division also we discussed, right? And now let's come to the rectangular coordinate system, right? Rectangular coordinate system is so here, to describe a vector accurately, some specific length, direction, angle, projection or components must be given. So if you want to describe a vector, accurate vector you describe madbeku anta helidre, what is a vector? It is consisting of both magnitude and direction. So you need to have some specific length, some direction, some angle, projections or components. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್, ಆರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ದ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆಂಗಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು, ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 3 simple methods of doing this. So let's the 3 simple methods, and about 8 or 10 other methods that are useful in very special cases. There are 8 or 10 methods which are useful in very special cases, but now we are going to discuss only with respect to 3 simple methods of doing this, and the 3 simple methods diagram is given here, and let's discuss according to the diagram. Okay, so here we are going to discuss with respect to diagram A, right? Whereas the diagram A part is over here. So ನೀವು ಹೀಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ. ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ಇವಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಗತಿ ಅಂದಾಗ, so what is it you have to do? Say for example, if you are discussing with respect to any of the topic, or sorry, if you are learning with respect to any of the topic, and if the topic consisting of a diagram, an explanation along with its construction working, ಆ ತರದ್ದೇನಾದ್ರು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so you need to check with respect to that particular diagram, where is that, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಈ ತರದೊಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಏನಿದು? So this is my diagram, right? So here is the diagram. It has been named as A. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ A ಇದೆ? This is figure 1.2. Here it is written 1.2 and it has 3 diagrams A, B and C. So ಇವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಈ diagram ಗೆ explanation ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so here I can see that here it is figure 1.2 A is present in this paragraph. So that means this whole paragraph is the explanation of figure 1.2 A. Is it not? Yes. So that is why like that you have to find out and study. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನು, ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾವ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ದಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫೈನ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೀಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ತಲೆ ಬುಡಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡು. ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ, and see, let's discuss with respect to this diagram. So in the rectangular coordinate system, we set up 3 coordinate axes mutually at right angles to each other. So this is a rectangular coordinate system and here they are setting up 3 coordinate axes mutually at right angles to each other. So what is the right angle? Right angle is nothing but it is 90 degree, right? So this should be 90, right? So 90 degree, yeah. So that is what is over here, as you can see. I'll take another color for a convenience. A new color. Okay. Yeah. So this is at right angles to each other. So this is 3 coordinate axes. That is, one is x axis, y axis and z axis, and this x, y and z are right angled to each other. So this z is right angled to y and this z is right angled to x and this x is right angled to y, if you can see, right? It is 90 degree. Okay, yeah, and we call them the x, y and z axis. It is customary to choose a right handed coordinate system. So navige right handed coordinate system na tagota idivi. So just while I am discussing with respect to this, you just need to hold your right hand and you just need to try it out, right? Okay, so right handed coordinate system. So nama right hand itkonante, in which a rotation of the x axis into the y axis. So ನೀವು x axis na y axis ಒಳಗೆ rotate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, so it will cause a right handed skew to progress in the direction of z axis. So here we are considering a right handed coordinate system in which a rotation of the x axis into the y axis. X axis na ನೀವು y axis rotate ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it will cause a right handed skew to progress in the direction of z axis. So if you use the right hand, then the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger may be identified as x, y and z respectively. A thumb, your forefinger in the right hand and the middle finger may be identified as x, y and z axis. So figure 1.2a shows the right-handed rectangular system. So this is right-handed rectangular system. In a simple meaning, what is this as? So here there is a point wherein there is no values out here. Values illa nimge. It is at origin. Origin means what? X is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0. That means here values are 0, 0, 0. X is 0, y is 0, z is 0. That is what is your right-handed rectangular coordinate system. Right-handed rectangular coordinate system andre enu? So we are going to set up 3 coordinate system and the 3 coordinate systems are mutually right angle to each other and we call that as x, y and z axis, and we are considering a right-handed coordinate system and we are rotating the x-axis into the y-axis so that this right-handed skew will progress in the direction of z-axis. And if you consider this the right hand, so your thumb, your forefinger and the middle finger will be identified as x, y and z respectively. This is the first diagram. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಟು ದ ಕೂಲಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಸೇ, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ, ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್. ಇದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬಂದು ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ಕರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ indicate the direction through which x-axis is turned in coincidence with the y-axis, the thumb shows the direction of z-axis. So ನಿಮ್ಮ curved finger, right hand curved finger, so if it indicates the direction through which the x-axis is turned into coincidence with the y-axis. Coincidence ಅಂದ್ರೆ they meet each other. So x-axis is turned into coincidence with the y-axis, or x and y-axis meet each other. So the thumb shows the directional side axis. Okay, yeah. So now next one, B diagram ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So a point is located by giving its x, y and z coordinates. So ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. You can see the point is located and the numbers are given. What is this? P of 1, 2, 3 and Q of 2 minus 2, 1 as x is 1, y is 2, z as 3. This is what is the given, is it not? Yes. Okay. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ನಾವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗುರ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. We are what I can say, we are marking the points according to the x, y and z axis. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ according to where the x lies, where the y lies and where the z lies. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ x is equal, sorry this is y ಅಲ್ವಾ, so ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ y is equal to 2, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ x is equal to 1, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ z is equal to 3. So where is z lying? Z is lying at 3, y is lying at 2 and x is lying at 1. So our point na ನಾವು ಗುರ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, right? Even here the same way. So what is this? Here it is 2. That is x is equal to 2. Here what I can say, z is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 2. So ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು minus 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so just a minute, y is equal to 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ? So here also y is equal to 2, here also, here x is equal to 2, right? Okay. So here x is equal to 2 means here x is equal to 2 means here, see this is x is equal to 2 guys. I'll just mark it in other colors so that you can just get it. So colors ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಗ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? Yeah. So see here x is equal to 2 na, is it not? Yes. And here y is equal to minus 2 now. Where is y? Y is equal to minus 2. Why this side? Because here y is what I can say, y is what I can say lying at the negative axis, right? And z is equal to 1, which is present over here. Now this is z is equal to 1. Just a minute. This is z is equal to 1. So this is what is that telling you with respect to the second diagram, right? Okay, so here they are marking the point. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? They are marking the point over here, right? Okay, so x is equal to 2 ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So you can just draw it in a proper manner ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, but when you draw it in a proper manner you get to know, right? Okay, so that means at this particular point, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗುರ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ x 2 ಇದೆ, y minus 2 ಇದೆ, z 1 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. At this particular point, this is the rough. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, x, y and z axis ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Say you can write x, y and z axis and you can just write it as 1, 2, ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು you can just do work it out. So ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So these points are marked because at this point the x is 1, y is 2, z is 3, and at this point the x is 2, y is minus 2, z is equal to 1. That is what they are telling. Let's read what is given. A point is located by giving its x, y and z coordinates. These are respectively the distance from the origin to the intersection of perpendicular lines dropped from the point to the x, y and z axis. So these are distances from the origin. Where is the origin? This is the origin. So these points are distance from the origin to the intersection of perpendicular lines dropped from the point. So perpendicular lines means these are perpendicular lines which are dropped from the point to the x, y and z axis. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ x, y and z axis ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So this is perpendicular line and it is the distance of the origin from the origin to this particular perpendicular line. ಈ perpendicular line ಮತ್ತೆ origin distance ಆಗಿದೆ, that is the points, right? Okay, an alternative method of interpreting coordinate values which must be used in all other coordinate system is to consider the point as being at the common intersection of three surfaces. These are respectively the distances from C. Just a minute, I'm so sorry for the distraction. Okay, so here what is telling, a point is located by giving its x, y and z coordinates na ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, an alternate method for interpreting coordinate values which must be used in all other coordinate system. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಒಂದು coordinate value ನ interpret ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, which must be used in all other coordinate system is to consider the point as being at a common intersection of three surfaces. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಬರೀ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟು, ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟು, ಝೆಡ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ what, this point is for x axis ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ, this point is for y axis ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ, this point is for z axis ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಸ್, ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, an alternate method for interpreting coordinate values which must be used in all other coordinate system. ಎಲ್ಲ coordinate system ಗೂ ಬಳಕೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you must mark a point which should be the common intersection of all the three surfaces, that is x, y and z ಗೆ ಆಗುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. This is a common intersection point wherein you find out the z value, you find out the x, y value as well as x value. Is it not? Yes, that is what is an important thing. These are the planes x is equal to constant, y is equal to constant and z is equal to constant, where the constant are the coordinate values of the point. So these constant are coordinate values of that particular point. So figure 1.2b shows point P and Q whose coordinates are 1, 2, 3 and 2, -2, 1 respectively. Point P is therefore located at the common point of intersection of the plane. This is what is common point of intersection. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದನ್ನೇ ಇವಾಗ x axis 1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ x 1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು x 1 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇವಾಗ y ಗೆ -2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ y ಗೆ -2 ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಇವಾಗ z ಗೆ 1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ z ಗೆ 1 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಈ ತರ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಕ್ಕಿಂತ we are going to consider the point as common intersection of all the three, that is x, y and z. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ. Point P we have discussed at 1, 2, 3. ಹೌದಾ? So therefore point P is located at common point of intersection of the planes x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2 and z is equal to 3. That is this particular. Okay na? Yeah. And whereas point Q is located at the intersection of the planes x is equal to 2, y is equal to -2, z is equal to 1. And as we encounter other coordinate system, we expect the point to be located at the common intersection of three surfaces, not necessarily plane but still mutually perpendicular to the point of intersection. It should be perpendicular to point of intersection, right? Okay. And idishte idu particular idike. So we'll just read this and see what. If we visualize three planes intersecting at general point P whose coordinates are x, y and z. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, three planes intersecting at a point P wherein these coordinates are x, y and z. We may increase each coordinate value by a differential amount and obtain three slightly displaced planes intersecting at point P. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, each coordinate value ನ differential amount ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, plus we are going to obtain three slightly displaced planes which are intersecting at point P. These planes are intersecting at point P, right? Displaced planes which are intersecting at point P whose coordinates are x plus dx, y plus dy and z plus dz. So this is x is the value, coordinate values, right? Coordinate values na naವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, differential amount ಅಲ್ಲಿ increase ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. So this differential amount is dx, this differential amount is dy and the differential amount is dz. The sixth plane define a rectangular parallel pipe whose volume is dv is equal to dx, dy and dz. So this is what is for a C question. So see the C diagram. Okay, here is the C diagram. So this C diagram bandenu it is a rectangle, right? The C diagram is a rectangle. So ivaga B diagram ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ explanation ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. The location of points P of 1, 2, 3 and Q is equal to 2, -2, 1. Okay, ಇದೇನು differential volume element in the rectangular coordinate dx, dy and dz are in general independent differentials. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ three planes intersecting at general point P whose coordinates are x, y and z. We may increase each coordinate value by differential amount and three slightly displaced planes ಬರುತ್ತೆ which is intersecting at point P whose coordinates are x plus dx, y plus dy, z plus dz. We told now. 6 planes define a rectangular parallel pipette whose volume is dv is equal to dx dy dz. dv is equal to dx into dy into dz, and the surfaces have differential area ds. Volume is dv, differential area is ds of dx dy, dy dz and dz dx. Finally, the distance dl from P to P dash, which is equal to is the diagonal of the parallel pipette and has a length of root of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. So the volume element is shown in figure 1.2c. The point P dash is indicated, but point P is located only at invisible corner. So P dash will locate agide, but point P is always at individual, what I can say, the invisible corner. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Especially in the case of module 2, you will solve with respect to these kinds of diagram. ಒಂದು rectangle construct ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಟಾಪ್ ದು ಬಾಟಮ್ ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. You will do it. Okay, yeah. So this is what is that thing. ಇಲ್ಲಿ first one ಏನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ? First one is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0 plane. ನಾವು origin point ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? That is right-handed coordinate system. In the second one, we just discussed with respect to the common intersection axis. That is this common intersection of three surfaces. We just discussed with respect to this, and we just understood how this is working out. And now in the third one, we have discussed with respect to the rectangular parallel pipe. Rectangular parallel pipe ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? rectangular parallel pipe ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಏನೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಸೊ ನಾವೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? 3 planes intersecting at general point P. ಒಂದು general point P ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 plane intersection ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ coordinates are x, y and z. So now is coordinate value differential amount ಗೆ ನಾವು increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, and slightly displaced plane ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ intersecting at point P dash. So coordinates is x plus dx, y plus dy and z plus dz, and the 6th plane define a rectangular parallel pipelet. Volume is dv. Parallel pipelet whose volume is dv. dv is equal to dx dy dz, and your ds, the differential area is ds of dx dy dz and dz dx. And now if you want to find the distance dl from P to P dash, so P to P dash, the P andre enu, so that is general point P where 3 planes are intersecting, and this P dash is nothing but so 3 slightly planes. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಈ 3 planes ಜನರಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ 3 planes ತೂನು ನಾವು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು coordinate values ಇದೆ, ಆ coordinate value ನ ನಾವು differential amount ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು to intersect at point P dash. That is point P dash is the diagonal of the parallel pipe and has a length of this root of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. That is root of the differential length whole square, summation of differential lengths whole square, right? Yeah, this is what is that. So point P is located at invisible corner, but the point P dash is indicated as shown in this figure. Okay na? So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಇದು origin ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. This is what is the part for the rectangular coordinate system, right? 3 kinds of rectangular coordinate system. So here we are considering what? ಮೂರಕ್ಕೂ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ right handed coordinate system wherein all the axes, that is x, y and z, are mutually right angled to each other. Fine? Okay. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ, it is all mutually right angled at each other. Okay na? Yeah. Now you need to ಲರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬರೀ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಇದೆರಡು ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ? 3 ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 3 ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay, so here is figure 1.3 explanation. So ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. So read this. To describe a vector in the rectangular coordinate system, let us first consider a vector R. ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವಾಗ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ನೀವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಎ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಆರಿಜಿನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ which is extending outward. So this is extending outward from the origin. Origin in the arch extend ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This is your what I can say the vector R. Okay, and a logical way to identify this vector is by giving three component vectors lying along the three coordinate axes whose vector sum must be the given vector. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, so if you want to identify this vector, what is that you have to do is by giving the three component vectors ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. Three component vectors are lying along what this, ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಈ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are going to give three component vector then lying along the three coordinate axes. ಇದು ಮೂರು coordinate axes, ಈ ಮೂರು coordinate axes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ three component vectors and whose vector sum must be the given vector. ಈ component vectors sum ಏನಿದೆ that should be the given vector itself. Okay na, this is what is the thing. Now with the component vectors, I'll just take another color, neat one. Now if the component vectors of the vector r are x, y and z, ಈಗ component vectors ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ component vectors ಏನು x, y and z ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. And then r is equal to x plus y plus z. So ಈ x plus y plus z ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, see whose vector sum, this component vector sum must be the given vector r. Okay now, that is what is the thing. Now component vectors are shown in figure 1.3a. Okay, instead of one vector now we have three vector, but this is step forward because the three vectors are of very simple nature. Each is always directed along one of the coordinate axes. So each ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, they directed along one of the coordinate axes. So the component vectors ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನ್ component vectors? So this is x component vector, this is y component vector and this is z component vector. So ಈ diagram ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, there is a vector r that you have to that we have considered to find out the vectors in the rectangular coordinate system. So third one ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು, third one diagram ನೋಡಿ, rectangular coordinate system ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು we are constructing a rectangle with respect to the origin and we are going to find out the vector r with respect to this rectangular coordinate system. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, we are going to consider it coordinate vectors na consider ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Three coordinate vectors, that is x, y and z, and what I can say that is present at the three coordinate axes, three component vectors which is present at three coordinate axes, and if we add this three component vector we are going to get, we have to get the given vector, right? Okay, and next adu 1.3b figure. So idra ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. The component vectors of magnitudes that depend upon the given vector. So ಈ component vectors ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, x, y and z, they have magnitudes that depend upon the given vector. So component vectors ಗೆ magnitude ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that magnitude will depend upon the given vector r. So such as r, see such as r, but they each have a known and constant direction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ known ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ constant direction ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? This component vectors will have magnitudes, they depend upon given vector, that is r. So they have a constant and a known and a constant direction. This suggests the use of unit vectors having unit magnitude by definition. So ಇದು ಏನು suggest ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, this suggests the use of unit vector which is having unit magnitude by definition. So these are parallel to the coordinate axis and they point in the direction of increasing coordinate values. So these unit vectors are parallel to the coordinate axis. Coordinate axis ಅಂದ್ರೆ x, y and z, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ parallel ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ and they point in the direction of increasing coordinate values. We resolve the symbol a for the unit vector and identify direction by appropriate subscript, that is ax, ay and az are the unit vectors in the rectangular coordinate system. Okay, this is what is the point. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, component vectors ಗೆ magnitude ಇದೆ, that will depend upon r and that magnitude will be having known and constant direction. So for this we are going to suggest a unit vector having unit magnitude by definition, and these are parallel to the coordinate axis and they point to the increasing coordinate values. So here we resolve the symbol a for that unit vector and identify the direction by its appropriate subscript, and the ax, ay and az are the unit vectors in the rectangular coordinate system. So this is the diagram. ax, ay and az are the unit vectors in the rectangular coordinate system. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, first diagram ಅಲ್ಲಿ three component vectors ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ, which is lying in 3 coordinate axis, and if we add this 3 component vector, we are going to get the required vectors r anta. But now when ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, but we also know that these component vectors will be having some magnitude and it is having a known and constant direction. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, we are considering a unit vector and we are representing unit vector by a value which is having unit magnitude, along with it is always what I can say parallel to the coordinate axis, and it always points to the increasing coordinate values. This ax, ay and az, they point to the increasing coordinate values and they are parallel to the coordinate axis, that's x, y and z. Fine. Okay. Now yeah, so this is shown in figure 1.3b. This is 1.3b, which is told these are unit vectors. These are all normal 3 component vectors, but these are all unit vectors. Why we are considering unit vectors? As these 3 have magnitude x, y and z, 3 component vectors. So for that we are considering a unit vector wherein it has unit magnitude, right? Here unit magnitude by direct definition. Okay. Now we are going to consider with respect to the diagram number 3. Diagram number 3 consider matter. This is diagram number C, right? So if the component vectors y happen to be 2 unit in magnitude, so y ಏನು 2 unit in magnitude ittu andre and directed towards increasing value of y axis, so y is always present in y axis alva, illa ide alva? Yes. So that is why we should write y is equal to 2ay anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay na? If y is happen to be 2 unit in magnitude, it is unit magnitude anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅದು 2 unit ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is 2ay. Okay, and the vector rp pointing from the origin, this rp is pointing from the origin to the point p is equal to 1 2 3 is written as rp is equal to ax plus 2ay plus 3az. So this is vector rp. So ಇದು vector rp. So ಈ vector rp ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, it is pointing from the origin to this particular point ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, this rp is equal to, these are the unit vectors you have. Unit vectors you have is here ax and here it is ay and it is az. So here there is a point rp that is pointing from the origin to point 1 2 3. The vector rp which is what I can say, the vector rp which is pointing from the origin to point 1 2 3 is nothing but, so this is ax as x is 1, so the unit vector ax is 1 and here it is 2, so that is why unit vector ay is 2ay and here it is az, so therefore unit vector az is 3az. Okay, so the vector from p to q may be obtained by applying the rule of vector addition. This rule shows that the vector from the origin to p plus the vector from p to q is equal to the vector from the origin to the q. Ee rule ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು p to q in the vector, where is p and this is where is p to q, so this is p and this is q. So ಈ p to q ಇಂದ ನೀವು vector find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you need to apply the rule of vector addition. This rule shows that the vector from the origin to p, vector ಇದು origin ಅಲ್ವಾ, so ಈ origin ಇಂದ p ಗೆ ಏನು vector ಇದೆ and the vector from p to q which is equal to the vector from the origin to the q. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಯಾವುದು vector from origin to p ಒಂದು and vector from p to q ಒಂದು, so they both are equal to vector from origin to q ಅಂತ. So desired vector from p 1 2 3 and q 2 minus 2 and 1, that is this is p 1 2 3 and q 2 minus 2 1, which is therefore rpq. So this is rp, that is this is p is equal to 1 2 3, that is the points, coordinate points, and this is q is equal to 2 minus 2 and is the coordinate point, and for this particular point you have a what I can say, the vector rp, and for this particular you have the vector rq. So that is you're going to find out now the desired vector that is from this p to q. So that is you have rpq, which is equal to rq minus rp. So that is equal to this what I can say, this 2 minus 1, this 2 minus 1 into ax and this minus 2 minus 2 ay and 1 minus 3az. Okay na, so this is here only you can see this is 2 minus 1 and this is minus 2 minus 2 ay and 1 2 3 a minus 1 minus 3 az. Okay, so here you are going to get it as this particular. right? Here we are going to get it as this particular. Now vector rp, rq and rpq are shown in figure 1.3c. rp nu helidare, rq nu helidare and rpq nu helidare. That is the what I can say vector from p to q. Okay na? Yeah. And till here it is. Okay, till here we'll do what problems will continue tomorrow. Okay, so the lengthy agide video, so ಹಾಗಾಗಿ I don't want to make it more lengthy and I don't want to like ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ lengthy ಆಯ್ತು ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರಬಾರ್ದಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. The last vector does not extend outward from the origin as we did the vector r initially considered. Last vector does not extend outward from the origin. Origin in the outward extend ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So as did the vector r initially considered. Vector r ಬಂದು it was outward to the origin, but this last vector, that is rpq, is not outward to the origin. However, we have already learned that the vectors having the same magnitude and pointing in the same direction are equal. So we see that to help our visualization process, we are at liberty to cite any vector over to the origin before determining its component vector. So any vector na ನೀವು origin ಗೆ ನೀವು slide ಮಾಡಬಹುದು before determining its component vector. Parallelism must of course be maintained during the sliding process. Okay, so ಇವಾಗ ಇದೇನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, if you are discussing a force vector f or indeed any vector other than displacement type vector such as r, the problem arises of providing suitable letter for the three component vectors. You force vector ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ displacement type vector r ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು, what is the problem? The problem arises as providing a suitable letter. So it would not do to call them x, y, comma z for these are displacement or directed distances are measured in meter or some other unit of length. Okay, so the problem is most often avoided by using component scalars simply called as components fx, xy, fz. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನ್ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, we can't provide a suitable letter for three component vectors. So x, y and z ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. x, y and z are already coordinates. Can you call it? No, right? So that is why we are going to often avoid this problem by using coordinate scalars, component scalars simply called components. That is fx, fy, fz ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲರ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, yeah, and the components are the signed magnitudes of component vectors. So these are signed magnitudes of component vectors are x, y and z that we discussed. See here, we have told component vectors, right? Where is the here component vectors? Wait, here three component vectors x, y and z. So it is the magnitude. These components are the signed magnitudes of three component vectors. We may write f as fx ax, fy ay and fz az. The component vectors are fxx, fy ay and fz az. Any vector b may be described by b as bx ax, by ay, bz az. This force vector f andre it is fx, fy, fz. b anta heladre it is bx, by, bz. Okay, yeah, and the magnitude is written as like this. What is the magnitude? It is the root of what I can say the components square. Addition of c, this is the root of summation of the components square. Each components are squared and they're added and their root, square root, right? This is what is magnitude, right? These are all components. Components scalar ಅಥವಾ components ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು whole square, they are summed together with the square root, that is magnitude, right? Okay, and each of the three coordinate system we discussed will have its three fundamental and mutually perpendicular unit vector that are used to resolve any vector into its component vector. Unit vector are not limited to this application. So ಏನ್ coordinate system discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, they have three fundamental and mutually perpendicular unit vectors ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Three fundamental and mutually perpendicular unit vectors that are used to resolve any vector into its component vector. Okay, so these unit vectors, that is mutually perpendicular and fundamental, they are used to resolve any vector into its component vector. Unit vectors are not limited to this application. It is helpful to write a unit vector having a specified direction. This is easily done for a unit vector. So in a given direction is merely, for a unit vector in a given direction is merely a vector in that direction divided by its magnitude. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, for a unit vector in a given direction. Okay, so yeah, So it is helpful to write a unit vector having a specified direction. Now unit vector which is having a specified direction write ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ write ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So this is done for a unit vector in a given direction is merely a vector in the direction divided by its magnitude. Right? ಈ vector ಏನಿದೆ, this vector here b vector, this b vector divided by the magnitude is nothing but the unit vector. Now unit vector discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ax, ay and az, these are all unit vectors that we discussed, right? So ಈ unit vector ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so that is the vector in that particular direction, ಆ particular direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಂತ vector divided by the magnitude of that vector, that is this b vector divided by this particular b magnitude which is written over here, right? Okay, so this is what is an important thing. And ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವಾಗ we just learnt in this particular with respect to the 3 component vectors, and we also learnt the 3 component vectors ಗೆ ಏನೇನಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿತ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಅ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ. ನಾವೇನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಗೆ ನಾವು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಿ ಟು ಕ್ಯೂ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಿ ಟು ಕ್ಯೂ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ. ಹೇಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹವ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ. ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ, ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನೆ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆಗೋದು, ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನೆ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ, ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೇನೆ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಾ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಫ್. ಸೊ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಫ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಫ್ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ components, that is fx, fy, fz along with the unit vector. So these components are multiplied with the unit vectors, and we also considered with respect to b. Now b antano tagondvi, b also had bx, by, bz as its component along with the unit vectors are multiplied, right? And now magnitude kaltkondi, magnitude kaltkondu naven madadvi, we just thought of finding the unit vector, right? Now unit vector, ಯಾವ್ದು unit vector? It is nothing but the unit vector of the vector b. So ನೋಡಿ, a b ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, this is the b vector we are considering, and unit vector of that vector b is given by, unit vector na ನಾವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, a ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. and if you are considering 3 component vectors ಅಂದ್ರೆ x, y and z ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be ax, ay, az. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಝೆಡ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ as ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅದು ಏನು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ that is written as bx, ax, by, ay, bz, az along with what I can say the b magnitude, right? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? So simpler problem ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, specify the unit vector extending from origin towards the point, that is g is equal to 2, minus 2 and 1. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, we construct the vector extending from origin to point g. So origin to point g ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it is 2ax, 2ay and 2az. ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಇದು subtraction ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. This values are multiplied by the unit vector. So unit vectors multiply ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ, ax, ay, az are unit vectors. So ನಾವು magnitude of g bar n find out ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. magnitude of g bar n find out ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. that is what I can say the this one, which one, bx, by, bz whole square. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, these things you are going to square it and add along with the magnitude. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, it is so 2 whole square, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ minus 2, so minus 2 whole square. These are all bx, by and bz or fx, fy and xz. ಇದು g ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು g ಬಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, g ಬಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. g is not the vector, g is the point. ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರು, vector is nothing but if you are considering what I can say the g. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, g ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, and along with they are considering the vector g. vector g ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ this is dx, that is 2, gy is minus 2, gz is 1. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ g ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜಿ. ನಾವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜಿ ನೇ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ, ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ, ಆ ತರ ಜಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಜಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್, gy ay, gz az. gx is 2, gy is minus 2, gz is 1. So hangagi this is 2, gx is 2, so that is 2 whole square, plus gy is minus 2, so minus 2 whole square, and gz is minus 1, that is whole square. They are added together and they are square rooted, which will give you 3. Put in the calculator. And now we are going to express the desired unit vector. Unit vector of g, which is equal to g divided by g magnitude, and you are going to get this result. And this is what is you have to do, right? ಇನ್ನು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಲಂಬ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, so this is what is for today's session. I hope you understood all the things. If any doubts, please do ping me in the comment section so that I can clear your doubts without fail. Doubt clearing session ಅಂತೂ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಡಿಯೋನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. You don't worry ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ I just find up this session, and let's meet up tomorrow for a control system lecture series, and thank you.